Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming back to Deb Chanel's 40th World, where we do soap opera reviews. The soap opera we're going to be talking about today is none other the bold and the beautiful that aired for today, January 12th, on this lovely warm Thursday to be the winter time. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I want y'all to come in from the outside, sit down on the sofa, and let's talk a spell about this today's episode. Okay? I was here for it, and it was kind of crazy. But the writers had to write it that way so they could put their plan in action on what Rusty Dusty and Devil Mama are going to be doing next as far as their storyline plot. Why don't we get right on into it? We have Bozo the Clown. He's going over what Rusty Dusty is going to do short of crossing the line with Devil Mama. He goes on to tell him his plan, talking about some moth, mama bear or devil mama's like a moth to a flame burned by the fire. I said, wait a minute now, we trying to sing Janet Jackson's song, a moth to the blade, wait a minute, a moth to the flame burned by the fire. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. Ooh, that's the way love goes. That's the way it goes, it goes, it goes. Okay, I thought I'd get that to y'all. Okay, that's how we do it in ATL. Everybody trying to learn how to sing, or they know how to sing. Okay, want that put on. But nah, I ain't trying to get in nobody's studio, trying to cut no records to become a no part of the music industry. Okay? But then we go from there. We go back to Rusty Dustin. He's changing the room assignments. I'm like, wow, Mr. Forster, Mr. Master Puppeteer had already put the rooms together. Two separate rooms. He should have just put it under Ridge Forrester and Quinn Forrester. And only, he didn't really know. So he's just trying to be the dutiful good man on deck, trying to make sure they have somewhere to stay their little tiring heads after they finish that symposium. Since it was on short notice and it was all Papa Bear's idea to send them both together. But little did he know what he was setting his own wife up for, for the comings and goings that's going to have a negative impact when she gets back home. Because Rusty Dusty got his own plans going. Okay. Anyway, we leave from that situation. We stay on that situation for a few minutes because, like I said, Rusty Dusty going up there changing plans that the master manipulator had set in place for them to have for as room assignments. And then Bozo the Clown sitting in the background. Bozo the Clown sitting in the background laughing. I'm like, his name precedes him that I gave him, okay? Oh, I'm like, what are you laughing about, Bozo the Clown? What are you really laughing about? What if the shoe was on the other foot and somebody was doing that to sabotage you and bought and paid for? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you just really need to go into the abyss and never be seen again, okay? But anyway, we go back to Double Mama. She's still trying to stay at home with Papa Bear, saying she really don't want to go. She don't feel like going. She just don't feel good about this trip. Da 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 da. And he said, "Stop, calm down, honey. Stop all the anxiety. Rusty Dusty will be with you and he will take care of you, okay? You'll be fine." Rusty Dusty is there. I'm like, woohoo! You should have checked his passport, Papa Bear. You should have checked his passport because it might need to be going straight to the moon right after San Francisco trip, okay? Because you're not going to want to know what transpired there or what he alleges transpired there, okay? Then we go on to Follow the Leader. Thomas has come back into play. I guess his checks was getting kind of low, or his bank account was getting kind of low. So he was like, exit stayed right. He had to come back to the show. So he made his debut back to LA. Caroline is definitely not with him, nor the baby. And he's saying they're still in New York trying to do their darn thing, this, that, and the third, and all that kind of mess. And him and Bottom paid for start making small casual conversations, when Bozo the Clown come back in and why Spencer Man's already there watching the comings and goings and they're he's like nothing has changed. Y'all still at each other's throats about my sister. I'm like, dang, she that good in bed? That's what I wanted him to say, but he didn't make that joke. If it was me having the writers write it in, that's what I would have said. I got a chuckle from everybody. Okay, worldwide, international. Okay. Anyway, Father Leader Thomas asked about Where's his dad? He need to talk with his dad, see how he's doing, comments and go. I said, have you ever heard of cellular phone? The connection is always there. You don't necessarily have to see each other. There's Skype, all those little techie things. Get with it. Follow the leader, Thomas. But anyway, Bozo the Clown said, nah, your daddy gone, honey. He gone on a business trip to some symposium in San Francisco with Devil Mama Queen. He said, well, a symposium, both of them together? Who made those decisions and travel arrangements? And they said, oh, Master Puppeteer, Eric himself. So they all looking like, what the hell? Anyway, commercial comes, we come back. We go to Spencer Man. Spencer Man is telling Bozo the Clown, um, he just got a text from his mom saying she landed safely and they're into the symposium, I guess, area, and they'll be taping soon or something to that effect. And then, Spencer Man still kind of feeling some kind of negative way about the setup and how it was just transpired that both of them needed to go. He said, why did she did Papa Bear just gonna send me and bought and paid for? We're very savvy and up on things when it comes to social media and those type of symposiums and this, that, and third. I'm like, fall back, Spencer Man. He didn't want you to go. Maybe he's setting this whole plot up for Rusty the Dusty to get something on his wife. You know what I'm saying? Since he's trying to say he got some, he won't prove. So maybe this is his point of reference that the writers are writing this storyline in or this plot for him to come with the evidence. You know what I'm saying? Woo! But anyway, it is nor here or there. We move on from that situation because they keep fussing about stuff that really doesn't even matter. But because they constantly getting back and forth on bought and paid for and how both of them are acting so foolishly. But Spencer Man is having a real bad problem with it because he says she's still my wife. I said, oh, poor Spencer Man, only on paper because she definitely done went way and far between of no return coming back to being a good, dutiful wife to you. You shouldn't even want her, man. You shouldn't even want her. But he's still contemplating on the business trip, aka with Double Mama and Rusty Dusty. And how is that going to come out to be anything good? Okay? Pairing them off like that. Then we leave that situation. We go to Master Puppeteer. Wants Double Mama and Rusty Dusty to go to a symposium. She's telling them all about it, and they ain't liking it. But he's not taking no for an answer from neither one of them. He said, I'm making an executive decision. Both of you all are going. No ifs, ands, and the buts. They still talking outside of their necks. Okay? Then we go to Bozo the Clown and Spencer Man are still talking about making a product off of bought and paid. When Thomas walks in and this, he surprised all of them. I think I went back on that, but stay with me, people. Stay with me. All four of them are in the room discussing the comings and goings. Okay. Then we go back to Master Puppeteer. He's making a executive decision. He said to make, not ask, but make this as a demand that both Double Mama and Rusty Dusty be alone, have some alone time with each other, try to foster some type of mutual understanding that they have to do this, have to do the little talk spiel in front of the congregated audience. They're going to be talking about fashion, wealth, and jury concept and all this, that, and the third. And they will like it because he has spoken, okay? Brother Man has spoken, and they will do what he says. Okay, we leave that situation. We go back to wanna be a man, follow the leader, Thomas. He's asking bought and paid for how did she swing that CEO position? Because he just wanna know. He just wanna know if Rick can't get it. Rich couldn't get it. How the hell was she able to maneuver it? And that's a good question because I'm still thinking about that myself. I think everybody's still thinking about that situation. But it is what it is. Papa Bell said that's who it's gonna be. Papa Bell said that's the only one he trusts that can pretty much gel or mesh the family back together in the long term. It has to be bought and paid for. So anyway, we leave that situation. We go back to Double Mama. Is not wanting to leave. She's like, oh, who gonna feed you? Who gonna make sure you get your medication? This, that, and the third. Papa Bell says, stop the foolishness. You're going, and that's it. Then we go to Rusty Dusty. Rusty Dusty is telling Bozo the Clown that him and none other than Devil Mama are going to San Francisco for a symposium that his father set up, and he is pledging to expose devil mama for who she truly is. So both of the clients said, so it's really gonna be tonight. You really gonna put it on her, right? I'm like, if you don't sit your little self down or go back to your clown car and drive far, far away, both of the clown, I'm gonna have to come through the screen and hurt you myself. Anyway, we leave that situation. We go back to follow leader Thomas, bought and paid for. They are over visiting Grandpapa, meaning none other than Master Puppeteer himself, Master Manipulator. And they catching follow the leader Thomas up on all the comings and goings that have been transpiring since he's been away with Caroline in New York and with his son. And they're pretty much asking, meaning bought and paid for, and Father Lolita Thomas are asking, why did you set up such a weird dynamic to go to a symposium to speak on the company's behalf? Why did you choose to host two? And of course, he didn't really want to answer them because he made the executive decision. He don't have to. They just have to do what he tells them to do and like it, okay, or respect it. Either or, it was gonna happen. And you know, um Dr. Leader Thomas, he's kind of upset that he got passed up for the promotion to CEO. And, Papa Bear saying, well, your time will come. I said, when? You already promised it to bought and paid for. And she will be the reigning until her kids grow up or whatnot. It is no more anybody coming in the family being CEO unless I'm pretty sure bought and paid for a fall ill if she don't vote it. But then she'll be fighting against Rick again and her own father, Rusty Dusty. So I'm like, sit back and just probably go back and design in New York. Follow the leader Thomas. Gonna do that. You'll be better off because you can't control the little mix we already got. It's too thick. It's too thick, and we ain't trying to loosen it up or soften it up or make it spread a little better by adding a little bit more something to it. No, we're not doing that. We just like the mixture that it's been solidified on as it is now. We don't want no more ingredients to be added. Okay, meaning people. Then we leave that situation. We go back to Mama Bear. She's very nervous, looking very beautiful. And Rusty Dusty even compliments her and tell her, "You look so pretty." Oh boy, is he not spreading his web? Okay, he is spinning his web, ready to catch her like a dragonfly to a fly. Okay, then we go to a commercial. We come back. We have Bozo the Clown and Spencer Man still fussing about why did Papa Bear send Mama Bear together, knowing good and well Rusty Dusty did not want to be on a good business trip with her, and they're not gonna play nice in the sandbox and this, that, and third. Oh, Spencer Man said, he didn't even talk to me about it. I said, huh, you thought he was your friend, didn't you? He thought he told you everything. No, he pretty much tell you what he wants you to know. And that's where he draws the line. So see, you know better off than Bozo the Clown, Spencer Man. Especially when it comes to who team he's riding for. Because at one time he was on Bozo the Clown when it came to loving his granddaughter. Now he's siding with you. I'm like, right there, the doctor hadn't cleared Master Manipulator from flying, but he sure cleared him from staying out of a lot of mess and raising his blood pressure, but he's still partaking in that now, isn't he? So we leave that situation. We go back to bottom paid for and follow the leader, Thomas. He's hoping that they won't fight or embarrass themselves nor the company. That's what the kids are talking about. That's what the kids saying, but no, they ain't gonna be doing that. They're gonna be doing something else scandalous to come out that's gonna embarrass more so than what they could do on a simple symposium about having a difference of agreement or something someone said. You know what I'm saying? It goes much deeper. It's gonna go much deeper than that. Okay, that rabbit hole is gonna get deeper. Okay, where there's no oxygen as far as they keep going down the hole. So meaning, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a demise somewhere to somebody's relationship. Okay. Then we go to well, bottom page for talking about one of them resisting temptation. So I'm like, temptation to mess somebody up or temptation meaning they getting the wrong hints from somebody else. It could go two ways, but either or is not going to be good for the parties involved. Then we go where Rusty Dusty gives Double Mama a compliment about how he didn't like her at first, how he didn't like the pass key idea with the jury and this, that, and third. He admitted on live TV, globally, internationally, that he was wrong. He apologized to Mama Bear and this, that, and third. And now she's having a sympathetic, empathetic ear to Rusty Dusty. But I'm like, girl, he just setting you up. Do you not remember what Courageous Ivy told you? What Spencer Man told you, to stay away from that snake, because a snake is always a snake. Don't matter what color they are, okay? And they still have fangs. All right? Get with it. They will bite your ass. And sometimes the poisonous is venom. The venom is very poisonous. And sometimes you might get one that was drained out already and hadn't had a time or hadn't had a chance to remake that venom, okay? But either way, it's poison. So anyway, guys, that was the Bold and the Beautiful that aired for this Thursday, the 12th, at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Really glad you can come back again and enjoy more recaps and reviews of the Bold and the Beautiful. But I'll let you go for now. Blessings. Take care. Bye bye.